Let's go. 30 base.
Don't get nervous.
Hey, high 7.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
No gain on this defense.
Ready?
Now Jones on first down. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good for 20 on the.
Got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's a big loss. Third down.
That's two really good stops in a row. Back-to-back tackles for losses. I mean, let's face it, they are locked into what they're doing offensively, and now they've earned the right to rush the passer on third down, haven't they?
Yeah, and offensively they're going to have to do something else because the run game, at least on this drive, isn't working. Now Jones into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
Hey, echo.
After the interception, here's Gall. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
2 for 1. 2 for 1.
Back to the air. Goff on second down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long.
Hey, lift.
Here's Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Julian Love picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the... So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing the ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Throwing Jones. That's complete to Slayton. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys? Coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Hey, Haywood. Shoot.
Jones now on 3rd down. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit.
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Julian Love picks it, and he'll return it to the 24-yard ball. That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the backer, was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Set. HG Gator. We go.
To throw on 3rd down, Jones. And an alley to run. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
On 1st down, Evans. He's able to get 6, a nice pickup down to the 21.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They'll try the left side. It's Evans. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down at about the 15. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now?
It got his man complete. Goff finding Cooks on a big play. 46 yards. First down, Rams. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
Goff now to throw. He'll fire one end zone for Cooks. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10.
17.
Hey, watch the screen.
Goff now looks to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Here's Goff. And he comes back with one complete. He is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams. On 1st down, Goff. And that's complete to Cooks. It's a Rams 1st down on a pickup of 10. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving, when there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
180.
You ain't going nowhere. Shit.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. A great effort there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
Let's go now. 60 or.
Check tight, check tight. Check tight. Tighten up, tighten up.
Protein spell.
Check nine.
On second down now. Barkley. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards and a Giant first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Recon, 132 fighter. Let's go.
On second down, Barkley. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants have taken the lead. And always a good pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They go play action here on first down. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll fake the give. Now gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. at the half. A reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Tavon Young. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
10-2 stop.
A first down carry for Barkley. Able to slither by. Avoids him at the 5. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up first and goal.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Back to throw. Jones. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Rosas good with the extra point. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, it totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Super. You're not ready. Hey, Charlie.
They'll fake the handoff. Now gone. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check 56.
2nd and 10. Goff again. He's letting it fly for Cooks. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
This is caught. It's Cooks. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 44-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On 1st and 10, gone. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Jabril Peppers, a former first-round pick, there on the coverage. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after, and it's 3rd down.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Alpha.
To the air again. Gone. I was going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
A big play there just before halftime. 44 yards on the ground. So all of a sudden, a chance for points here.
It's a total mind shift, isn't it? Because what you were saying before was, hey, let's just get out of here, get the half over with. Instead, we can get some points now.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
50 wants the mic. 50 wants the mic.
Here's Jones operating from the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Make these babies cry all the way back home.
You draw Corker.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to let it go again. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Tavon Young.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover. They want to try and put points on the board.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 13. Now Goff, and a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete.
Tackle, I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
Goff on 1st down. He gets it to Cooks. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. From the 50, it's gone. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking to go back to Cooks one more time, and it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's gone. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Gone. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing again is gone. And he will find his man on the outside. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams. Goff now 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Tackle made there by Budda Baker.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. 2nd down, it's Henderson. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Darrell Henderson, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point splits the uprights, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will be a touchback. Is that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They begin with a run by Barkley. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Come on, baby.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Greystone, travel.
Let's go, Heavy.
Hey, Orbit.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go.
Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. Got a man, Slayton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Giant 1st down on a gain of 16.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Set, ready? 90, Wolf.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Watch the air.
General West.
Check 4. SOS.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you stop the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Set up. 18 Gators.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Let go.
Now Jones shakes off the sack. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Rams take over 1st and 10.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Check 59, Mike.
Hey, exit.
Mike to 59. Let's go. Mike spot 9. Mike spot 9.
Now gone toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking to go back to Cooks one more time, and it's 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl. He's checking. He's checking. He's checking. Crash. Crash.
Orange.
Mike 56. Mike 56.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
5.
From the gun, here's gone. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Check.
5.
They're going to go for it. It's gone. And this is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. The A failure on fourth down on the other side leads immediately to a 1st and goal.
Pull it high.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Saquon Barkley, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Tavon Young. Well, we said after the turnover on downs, that's almost guaranteed points the other way. But I guess they weren't listening to the broadcast because they did not cash in for any good job to step up defensively.
We get that a lot, don't we? Where we hear a lot of people say they just don't listen to the broadcast. They feel like it works out better for them. It certainly did for this defense, didn't it? They didn't listen. They responded and shut them down.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Throwing Jones. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. From 4 yards out. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches.
And my goodness, another interception. Julian Love picks it, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
180.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Now a first down throw. Gone. And Cooks has it over the middle. First down Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
You got nothing today. You got nothing.
A shotgun snap for Gone. Leaping, and he makes the grab. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Got the defense on their heels. 2 first downs in a row, and now a pickup of 8. To throw again on second down. Goff. There again is Cooks, complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it.
Like 20.
Watch it,
5.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great play there with his second touchdown of the night. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that will get them one closer. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think you might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he tried it out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
And now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Good running from Barkley there on first down as he'll get forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. So they dig a little deeper in the playbook there, get the wide receiver the ball, running it, and it proves fruitful.
Love the call. When you've got a guy who has running back skills, you want him to touch the ball as well, not just out wide where you throw it to him. Make sure you hand it to him or toss it to him and let him go to work.
3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Jones. A little juke. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film. Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And that rushing touchdown is fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Tavon Young. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what are you doing when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 20. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well. After return to midfield, I just wish we could open up the heads of the offensive and defensive coordinators, because right now the wheels have to be spinning because things just changed. Offensive playbook just opens up, and now in defense, do you play aggressively or do you lay back a little bit to try and calm things down?
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. This is Barkley. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And his carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
High 7.
I can't believe they even let you play. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Hey, Echo.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. Wow, Bill. Jim.
Now.
Jones now throwing on 4th down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they didn't get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. 9 yards is the pick up there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on first down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, in the NFL, even if he picked up the first down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to make 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the first down because in college football, the clock stops with every first down and actually aids the defense in that situation. But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Ready?
Mike 51. Get your swerve on.
Ready?
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Barkley. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. Now Barkley stripped of the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. The 20. There he goes, right side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. So hold the phone here, Charles. I've kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, it's certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use.
And now here is another interception. John Johnson with the INT. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Come on, set. 10-2 start.
On first down, Barkley. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Hey, let's go. It's time to Hey, watch his flat. Watch his flat.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to let it go deep for the end. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
We got it all day up in here. We got it all day.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
So we had action to the very end of